long session we're having. Nice 6 hours of this. Having both a blast, but I'm like, oh my god. Fuck, I did... Son of a bitch, we have to take the long way around. Fucking Christ. At least if we can make it quickly back. Son of a whore. Fucking damn it. I mean, while you're at it, you just want to climb to the top of the tower? There's a griffin there that can help you. Get me out of here. I don't even care. I'm getting to the point where, like, I'm not frustrated with the game. I'm gonna have to turn it to easy because I'm not fighting or grinding as much as I should. I'm aware of it. So low on time. Fuck. Map layout is terrible. Find no fun or excitement in this map layout. Of course, it's a hoverboard. Just go through the small gaps. I don't even care anymore. I just want to get there closer before I start fighting things. We are still a long ways away. I regret it. These things from a distance look like chickens, but then I realized they're just weird flower things. What a weird observation. Just the right route to be taken. Of course, you had to push it all the way in here. Remember that map layout you were just at? Do it again. Save point. So if you die and you have to do it again, and need to turn the difficulty down, you can. It's gonna go horrible. Now I'll fight things on my way there if I can get them into a dangerous encounter. Like you!
Are we ready for this?
You won't get away. How's this? Take that! Devour! Let's go! You won't get away.
God, there's a shooting star.
No escape! Show! Here it comes! Here! Spiral! Hail! Take that! Devour! Gotcha! Cigarette wave! You won't get away. Alright! Dead yet? Got you! Take that! Devour! Show! Here it comes! Make a sonic drop! No escape! You're wide open! Flow. Take that! Karma mob! You're wide open! Show flow! That's all, huh? Take that! Karma mob! No escape! Show flow! You're wide open! You won't get away!
Man, remember when I had health? That was cool.
Loser! Pretty mob! You're wide open! Burn!
Here we go.
Come on, really?
Cool, Roku leveled up and he's not even fighting. Good. Good for him. Me. Anything important for me? Military hike. Lopez boop. Actually. His magic is off the charts now. We finally hit the point of like him at like 700.
We will need to be extremely wary.
No escape! Phantoms, rip them apart!
Got you! Make a sonic thrust! You won't get away!
Good.
Thunder Blitz! Take that! Devour! Got you! Vanishing Thunder! You won't get away! Thunder Blitz! Is it hot or is it just me?
Wide
Devour!
open! Die or be killed!
Make a
Crush
sonic
her!
thrust! You're on! Let's get a little closer! You won't get away! Thunder Blitz! Out of my way! Get him, you dream! Easy, make a sonic thrust! You won't get away! Look what I did! Triple! Devour! Spell Absorber! Got you! Spell Absorber!
Don't even know what the fuck's going on. Jesus Christ. As long as we're winning, that's all I care. I just wish they could do that crazy shit when we're fighting bosses, but we don't have enough, we never have enough soul things for it.
You're wide open! Who wants some next? You're wide open! Die or be killed! Who wants some next? Rip them apart!
You won't get away!
You're wide open!
Come on, put up some fight!
I wonder who that is over there.
Zavid, you all right? Stop. I know these fists. This is Ifrid.
I knew it.
Why didn't you fight back?
Ifrid. He pulled me back from the brink. I owe him. This time, it's my turn to bring him back.
A demon can never be human again.
So what? That's supposed to make me change my creed? What do you think, Ifrid?
My gun!
Savid!
As all the other places he could be shooting himself.
Going after kids now? Benwick and your crew risked their lives by your side. Zavid's an idiot, but he stands by his beliefs. I won't let anyone trample their creeds. Even you!
Oh, of course, like you really needed that.
I owe you everything, Ifrid.
And my mustache.
Now.
Oh, just a fucking brace on.
It's time to pay it back!
I can't tell if he was
Are you all
smiling.
right with
or
this, Aizen?
I am. Let's settle this.
Easier said than done. He's a sturdy birdie.
Damn right he is. And that's why I've got to do this! Forget the pain and
Help, he's hurting me. Dear God. Hail.
No escape!
Push the lock! Not good.
No escape! No escape!
so good.
No escape!
Lavender and Lilac Cabin!
Yes! Not good. Not good.
Eye into the fray. You won't get away. How could I be so weak? Got you.
Come button.
First aid.
I'll finish this.
Slow down.
I said, do the resurrection thing.
Obvious. Devour. Got you. Too close. Got you. No escape. No mercy.
Didn't mean to do this. I tapped the fucking thing in the middle of a combo.
Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hope.
Holy shit, that hurt.
No, I can't.
Meant for me, but that's fine. Isis got me. Oh shit. Well, it was good that she came back to life for it and I healed her. Hey, yeah, we gotta wait for the item.
This time I won't fail.
Eleanor, you have a res spell? Thank you. I was coming out and just like knocked him on his ass.
Inspiration! Final
No escape! Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hope.
Too close! You won't get away! Take that! Devour! Finish! Lunar Circuit! Fire mine!
Oh, I'm just gonna sit here today for
Velvet!
Thank you.
Flying high!
Oh
No
god.
escape! No escape! You're wide open! Up! No escape! Pull up. Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try! Perfect mayhem!
He doesn't care. I was barely hurting him.
Ready, steady, and blammo!
I messed up. That was pathetic.
No escape! Got you! Receive! Take that! Devour!
Damn it, I missed. Oh, this feels nice. No, Isaac, I need it.
Take that! Spin forward! Ready, steady, and blammo! Lavender, no escape! Ouch! Sitting down! I'll try!
Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hope.
Here it comes! Here it comes! You won't get away! I'll show you!
Eleanor!
Here it comes! Devour! Got you! Left hand!
Eat it! How's that?
Gaze upon my
Bubble!
fiery
Wind
leers!
light!
Take that! Devour! Tornado's ray! Drowning strike! You won't get away! First blade!
Up!
Reaching!
Let's go! No escape!
No escape! How could this happen?
Son of a bitch, Eleanor.
Devour! You won't get away! Jet blizzard!
Not even that high of a level. He's just very fucking resistant to everything.
Take that! Devour! Finish! You're defenseless! Zero impact! Take that! Devour! Got you! Take that! Got you! Take that!
Blaze of wind!
Take that! Take that! Devour! Got you! Cerberus wave! Take that! Devour! Got you! Cerberus wave! Take that! Devour! Got you! Take that! Karma Moth! Blade of heaven! No escape! No mercy! Wounds that won't heal! Carve into flesh! Lethal blade! Blade of heaven!
No escape!
Oh shit. That's a fucking goddamn it, you're almost in, you son of a bitch. What an asshole. No, I'm just gonna revive me because I don't know. Every time I've died and the fight ends, I don't get experience. And I want experience.
Forget the pain and death!
Take that! Devour!
Forget the pain and move!
Take that!
How much health do you have? Die. What a douche. Fucking douchebag.
End of the road.
Taking hostages now.
I'm sorry. Just forget about me. I'm prepared for whatever happens.
All right. You've grown. You're a man now. Family, friends, everything I ever tried to hold on to, all of it trickled away, fell from my grasp. But a certain idiot once told me, if you can't hold something in your hand, then make a fist and take it by force. This fist will take everything back.
Huh?
Just like you told me to! Ah!
It did no damage.
I know this fist. It's you. Sorry. Caused you a lot of trouble, didn't I?
Don't worry about it. We're friends, right?
Ifrid!
A demon changed back into a human?
Forget it. It's too late.
I'm sorry. If I only knew how to use my power.
Stop crying. Didn't you say you were prepared for anything?
Even this fucking
But-
mustache.
Eisen, you were searching for Ifrid for so long.
You're still as soft as you ever were.
Ew, that's not great to say when he's in your embrace.
I'll let
He's
you
holding.
in on little secrets. Your power comes from being part of Inominat. Which means, if you can seal off his domain, you actually got a chance of putting up a good fight.
Seal off his domain?
The 4 elemental Empyreans sleeping in the earth pulses. If you can rouse them from their slumber. Hurry, while Artorias and Inominat are occupied. They're getting ready for some ceremony of suppression. It's now or never, kid.
Thank you, Ifrid.
I'm just sad I can't go with you. It sounds like a goddamn blast.
I won't apologize.
You shouldn't. I'm grateful. You always kept things from getting to home. If we ever meet again, let's raise some hell. Eisen.
Yeah, we will. See you, Ifrid. I owe you one, Zavid.
We had a chance to bring him back, but you went and killed him. Next time I see you, we'll settle the score. Between me and your creed.
See you around, Zavid.
Hooray! An exhaustible bottle that helps you forget all that escaping from dungeons. Oh, good. Always wanted.
So, we need to wake the 4 elemental Empyreans? But how do we do it? Dunno. Maybe you tickle their divine footsies with a feather until they...
You're back!
And you're looking better.
Somehow. But what happened to that demon?
We killed him. Benwick, he...
Let me tell him. The rest of you, find Grimoire and ask her about the 4 Empyreans.
Eisen.
I'm this way.
Are you sure?
Do it. He gave us this chance. We can't waste it.
Okay.
Never told me that fucking banana bread recipe I've wanted. Oh, well, oh, we're not going that way. Hello.
Resurrect the elemental Empyreans. True. If we do that, we might be able to suppress Inominat's domain.
It may even liberate the minds of the Malachim that Inominat has under his control.
I'm sure some will no longer obey their exorcists.
Good. We'll take a big bite out of their forces.
More importantly, Inominat will lose the ability to enhance the resonance of his exorcists. Most exorcists will no longer even be able to perceive Malachim at all, just like before. Of course, anyone as innately gifted as me is another story.
Will I... become unable to see Laphicet?
We won't know until we try.
Eleanor...
Then let's give it a shot. I'll accept whatever happens.
But these elemental Empyreans, they're gods, right? You sure it's
Like
okay
I
to
was just
disturb
like,
their
are we
beauty
sure?
sleep?
They control the 4 elements. Waking them is likely to upset the balance of the world quite a bit.
I'll take that as a no then.
We don't even know how to revive them. At worst.
If it's anything like the opening, then we need to offer a sacrifice at the Earth Pulse on a scarlet night.
We have to kill someone?
The act of killing is not essential to the ceremony. All that's needed is a soul free of malevolence.
If that's true, then doesn't Velvet already have a whole belly full of them?
The exorcists I devoured.
It's perfect! You're a Therian. You're capable of releasing the power you absorb. The souls of the high-ranking exorcists you ate should do nicely.
Use Oscar and Teresa's souls to resurrect the Empyreans?
It's worth a try at least. When's the next Scarlet Night?
Next 5 years from
3 years
now.
after the Advent. In other words, soon.
Do we have enough time? The 4 Empyreans are asleep in different places, right?
Correct. 4 Earth Pulses
Of course
for
they
4
are.
Empyreans. But if you use a life pool, you may be able to awaken all 4 at the same time.
A life pool?
Earth Pulses normally flow horizontally, but in exceptionally rare cases, they can flow vertically. This causes energy to collect at the Earth Pulse's base, forming a life pool. Though sometimes the energy flows the other way, upward, into what's called a life spring.
Oh! So if we make use of one of these life pools, a single sacrifice could reach all 4 Empyreans.
Where are they? There's a life pool in the northern reaches of Midgand, but I heard a large temple was built over it recently.
That's the Empyrean throne! We can't go there, it's Inominat's home base!
Ah, most unfortunate.
Couldn't we use a life spring? It all connects to the same place, right? We'll have to go against its flow, but...
We'll force the soul right down its throat.
Where's the nearest life spring?
Our best bet would be Mount Killerhouse.
Eisen?
I'm fine. What's done is done.
Killerhouse? That's the volcano on the northernmost tip of Northgand, but it's a hellscape of ice and lava!
Naturally. Killerhouse is the most powerful life spring there is.
So, in short, we shove the souls of the exorcists into the molten core of that volcano.
That should awaken the 4 elemental Empyreans. Together, they will seal off Inominat's domain. It's just a theory, but...
It's one I'll put my money on.
Me too.
I don't even have money.
Then we're off to Northgand.
Okay.
Mount Killerhouse is north of Helavies.
Like how I said I don't have money and they all stared at me for a quiet second. Not to make it so fucking awkward. Shh.
The ship's ready to sail. Where are you headed?
We don't have a problem. If you've got a grudge, we can settle it here and now.
Huh? Why would we have a grudge against you guys? The first mate fought like the first mate. The captain died like the captain, right?
I suppose.
Then no swabby here can blame you for what happened. We're Ifrid's pirates, and don't forget it. We're not so pathetic that we need pity from some lord of calamity.
All right. The ship's in your hands.
Aye aye. You can count on us.
I'm just happy to be important.
The Von Eltia looks the same as ever. But it feels utterly different, doesn't it?
Yeah. Even Benwick looked like he'd been crying.
I can imagine. But if we let ourselves despair now, we'd be a disgrace to Ifrid's creed.
We have to swallow our anger and grief, and sail on.
Right. Following a creed isn't always pleasant. We must do what we must.
I won't allow the Abbey to do things like this.
Destroying someone like that, turning them into a puppet, it's unconscionable.
Still, a heart can never be fully bridled. It can be shattered, but never erased entirely.
Ifrid proved that.
Right. His body is gone, but he lives on through his crew. Magilu is right. What lives in one's heart can never be erased.
Yeah. The heart is eternal.
Like, who dropped their chipped copper coin? We're gonna pick that up? I sure as hell don't need it. It's just sitting there. Velvet's music every time. Alright, bye. It's eaten right off the bat.
I see. Orichalcum or not, Stormquell snapped like a twig.
I'm afraid so. It was Innominat who did it. But I think Shigure could have done the same.
So hardness alone isn't enough. Forgive me. I thought I had found clarity, but it was only foolish pride.
You should be proud. You are, without a doubt, the greatest swordsmith in the world. I'm looking forward to your next blade.
Even now, you would still place your trust in me?
Of course. Is there any other swordsmith who could craft a blade out of orichalcum? You're a master of your art, a visionary who spent centuries working to forge a blade of legend. I'm honored to know you.
I don't know what to say.
Unless, of course, you've given up on making a sword to surpass Stormhowl.
Does this look like the face of a man
Don't
who's
have a
given up?
face.
Not in the least.
We're making good time.
The only problem is that ceremony that Artorius was going on about. We don't know how long it'll take.
Ifrid said they called it the Ceremony of Suppression. Most likely, it's how Innominat plans to release his power.
Most likely. He hasn't absorbed Laphicet in your despair, so Innominat should still be incomplete. But if his powers fully awaken...
Humanity will be robbed of their free will.
I can hear them celebrating now. The uglinesses of the human soul are suppressed.
How could they celebrate with no emotion? They'd just be like, yeah.
And the world is free of
Yes.
malevolence.
Get
Hurrah!
it.
Hurrah!
Robbing humanity of its will. They'll be like I once was. Something's coming!
Oh shit, we going anime now? Is it the Griffin? Bird. We haven't had anything like this in a long time. I think we haven't had it since the beginning of the game. And the intro. Oh, they're motionless. Straight line. Keep moving.
Hey, please, guys, let's not fight!
I have no feeling toward you. Lunch later. Let us get some brunch.
This is a domain?
Inominat's domain.
Their wills have been stolen.
It's not been fully sealed away yet. Rokuro, give him a good smacking. Wake him up!
On it.
Aizen!
Got it. We'll put in at the nearest harbor. To Port Zexin!
Anybody who's barely that with it.
I feel like some jerk played tug of war with my brain.
Dig up some spirit. They're trying to strip away your will.
Oh no!
Everybody get their free coupon. Hooray. Isn't this
Look,
great?
it's that merchant. You're all right.
I do not deserve to be all right. I used people, stepped on them just to make a profit. I even aided wanted criminals so that I could expand my business. My soul is black with ugliness and can never be forgiven.
Huh? No, wait! Stop!
The world needs to be purified of malevolence. I don't belong here.
Well, Jesus Christ,
I
that
have
went
to
dark.
die. I have to die. I have to die.
No, it's not right!
Oh!
You can die if you want, but saying you have to die is a good way to make my blood boil.
Those awakened to their own malevolence seek to end their lives. Welcome to Artorias' uncompromising world of reason.
First they steal humanity's rudder. And now they want to say who lives and who dies?
We should find out what's happening here, unless you'd rather not see.
You're right. I wouldn't. But I won't hide from the truth any longer.
Before anything else, we'll need to confirm just how far his power reaches. Let's head to Logris.
Fuck are these characters? I just dressed them up to look like that. After about 40 hours in, I've kind of like, you know what? I need to amuse myself, so I kind of just, you know, I have a halo floating overhead. I have a kid with horns on for fun. I made him look fancy. He's about as normal as it could be, just has a rose and glasses. And I gave him a nice moustache and aviators, because why not? Velvet's pretty much the only normal one, just has earrings.
Nominat suppression.
So to
Is
anime.
this the ideal
Yeah, that's
world
pretty
the
much what this
Abby
game
envisions?
is. It's pretty much anime-ish.
There's no life in anyone's eyes.
I mean, like, look at that.
Isn't a fun place at all. It's not just people's minds being shackled. They're being forced to die, too. It's terrible.
Why would dying be part of anyone's ideal world?
Even under such strict control, new sins can still rise to the surface. If that happens, it's better to end the life of the sinner. Melchior came to the same logical conclusion.
What utter rubbish.
Anyway, we need to get to Logris.
You?
So,
Damn it.
What's going to
Well,
happen
eventually
to
we'll
the
get there, but
world?
we all have to
How
talk.
far will Innominat's power spread?
When his domain expanded, I felt a faraway power suddenly come closer. It was enough to blot out the whole sky. I'm sure it's covered other towns too.
His domain is certainly extended to at least the entire populace of this country. Otherwise, what would be the point?
That means what happened at Port Zexon is happening.
We haven't even
everywhere.
left the port.
Everyone is either a puppet, or...
dead by their own hands.
Innominat created this ideal hell in a single moment. That's the power we're up against.
So we few are standing against a truly monumental force.
This is your last chance to turn back.
Turn back to what exactly?
Forward or back, we're headed into hell either way.
At least this way, I'll have my own free will.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't
I
get
prefer
fucked
a
up, but I
living
guess
damnation to that
whatever.
oblivion.
Well, don't come crying to me later.
Let's move along then.
Gonna cry later, thank you. I even got a hoverboard. Save the game.